Hello guys, this is Oля and my blog about Ukraine, and in this video I continue telling you about different regions in Kiev. And my today's vlog is from kind of rough area of Kiev. It calls Troeshchyna. I don't want to speak using some stamps or use some stereotypes, but anyway there is a stereotype that Troeshchyna is very dangerous region, very criminal region and everything else. I personally think it was in Soviet time, because there was a lot of workers, maybe poor people, I don't know, again I don't want to tell about this, but this stereotype really exists in Ukraine, actually in Kyiv. But now of course Troeshchyna, I think it's a very awesome region, and they have a very great location. One of the biggest disadvantage of this region is that they don't have subway. This is a huge area in Kiev which don't have any subway, and building subway was the first goal of subway company during the end of Soviet Union, but then Soviet Union fall down, and nobody cares about it because it's huge money, and this actually all is politics. So yes, this is a big disadvantage, and people who don't have car, it's very big problem for them to get to the other part of Kiev, and especially to go to the center and everything else. And I bet here is a lot of traffic jam on the morning when all people go to job, so it's a big disadvantage. But if you have car, and if you in any case don't use subway, so probably this don't problem for these people. And in general I like this region because I think it looks very cool. So there was a lot of very old buildings, as you can see now, but at the same time there is very awesome modern buildings and modern yards, modern buildings, and they cost cheaper because, as I said, here is no subway, and this is not the best prestige region, but I think it's a very cool place anyway, and pretty modern. So in this video I will show you how it looks, and you can just enjoy this video and waiting for your comments. Again, as I showed you in the previous video, that there is the first levels of the building, they are most of the time commercial, and you can see also here. So this is commercial. This is the first commercial level. So here is a beauty salon, here is a salon with light, and some cafe and everything else. So this is not problem to get some services for people. This is how looks yard. And by the way, this building, this colorful, it's another children's garden, kindergarten for children. Okay, and here, as you can see, some language school for children, and it's all just a place where lives people. And this I show you how looks kind of old region of Troeshchyna, because this building was built in 80s. And guys, what I like the most of all Kiev's people, which I notice here, that they all have a little gardens in their yards. So look, here is really very young trees, and this is young trees, and they all have a lot of flowers, a lot of trees everywhere. And people care about it, nobody broke them, and actually this is so cool, because you know, you live in a big city and you breathe this just stones everywhere, but all people try to keep some trees and some flowers, and to make their yards better and better and more green, and I think it's really good. So this is again typical yard how this looks from Soviet houses. But I need to say that I also noticed in Troeshchyna that all children's playground, they are new, so they don't use anymore some Soviet stuff like all of the things. They just renew them, and it's also so cool.